ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್. ನಾನು ನಿಖಿಲ್ ಜೋಶಿ. ಸ್ವಾಗತ ನಿಮಗೆ ಈ ವಿಶೇಷ ಸಂದರ್ಶನಕ್ಕೆ. ನನಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ವಿಶೇಷ ಅವಕಾಶ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಧಾರಣ ರಾಜಕಾರಣ ಸಂಬಂಧಿತ ಸಂದರ್ಶನಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡೋನ್ಗೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಸಂಬಂಧಿತ ಒಂದು ಸಂದರ್ಶನ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಅವಕಾಶ. ಇವತ್ತು ನನ್ನ ಜೊತೆ ಇರುವಂತಹ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ, ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಕಿನ್ನ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವ, ಭಾರತೀಯ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ರಂಗಕ್ಕೆ ವಿಶೇಷವಾದ ಕೊಡುಗೆಯನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತಹ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ. ನಾವು ಅನ್ಕೋತೀವಿ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಒಂದು ಕಲ್ಪನೆ ಅಂತ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಆ ಕಲ್ಪನೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ನೈಜತೆಯನ್ನ ಟು ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಕ್ಲೋಸೆಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ರಿಯಾಲಿಟಿ ಇನ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಓನ್ ವೇಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಹಿಸ್ ಯುನೀಕ್ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಟೆಲಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ಸ್. It's my pleasure to welcome to my city, Bengaluru, Mr. Gopal Varma. Thank you so much for joining us for this conversation.
My pleasure.
Sir. And I believe you're here to promote your latest movie. And I'm not surprised that it's bold in nature, sir, because you've always done things that are bold. And I'm told the movie is titled Khatra Dangerous. And I'm glad you brought with yourself Khatra and Dangerous.
But what do you think is the difference between Khatra and Dangerous, between Nayana and Apsara?
It's the same meaning.
Yeah.
But they are the same, isn't it? Like you said,
like that.
love is the same regardless of who you love.
Yes.
I saw that, sir. I follow you on Twitter, so I know what you've been saying. Welcome to my show, Nayana. Welcome, Apsara.
Before you say anything else,
Yes,
I was actually in two minds about, because we call it Khatra and the working title was Dangerous. So we incorporated. So even I don't know what the film's title is. And now thank you for giving me an idea of, because I'm going to copy this and tell me the rest of the interviews. Thank you very much.
Not at all. My pleasure, sir. My pleasure. So you brought colors in my life today. So normally I don't have these colors. It's just black and white in my life. But there's a red and a green today, sir. So thank you for doing this.
Because I'm told you're a political journalist.
By far,
so
sir,
to see all these serious meaning people looking for the welfare of poor people. I also believe in welfare, but my welfare is going to give glamour like red and green and whatever. And I think I will be judged by God for far better than them.
I believe so, sir.
Yes.
You have my support, sir.
Yes.
That's all I can say.
Yeah.
So welcome to Bengaluru, sir, and congratulations and all the best for your movie that's coming up. So should I do ladies first, sir?
Ladies first. Yes,
okay.
Always.
Let's go alphabetical. Apsara goes. How do you like it? Because I saw the rushes of the movie, and obviously it's a lesbian-centric cinema story. Lesbians in cinema as a subject isn't new. I remember as a younger Nikhil, I remember that infamous and the famous kiss between Nandita Das and Shabana Azmi in Fire, Deepa Mehta's Fire. And it had created a furor of sorts. Oh my God, what's happening? But here we are seeing you in full flow romance. And lesbian-centric cinema. Welcome to Bengaluru. Sum it all up for me, Apsara.
Thank you for such a nice question, I would say. So the movie is all about celebrating love between two women. Now, after a very long time, I think the government should have done it before. But now finally the 377 is also...
It's not illegal anymore.
Yeah, it's not illegal anymore. And I think, the similar intensity and the similar, way we have celebrated a love between two women, which is amazing. And I think after this movie, it'll change, because after Fire, we've not seen two girls falling in love with each other in cinema. It's not a usual image to see, or I've never seen two girls in a duet song and romancing. So I think this will definitely change people's view of seeing lesbians in real life also. Not only lesbians, and I would say LGBTQ. Let's talk about
what you're saying is this movie may just help in normalizing a woman relationship.
Yes.
Nana,
if I can interject,
please, sir.
Because
so this is your show, sir. You interject all the time.
The only reason, because I just want to add one pointer to what Apsara was saying. See, now I like the word normalizing. What for me normalizing, you see, when you see a Fire or any other film, it dealt with the issue of almost in a patronizing way. Like, they also are human beings, they also have feelings, and you have to be understanding to that. It is like a very patronizing and kind of arey bechara wo log bhi hai. What I did in Dangerous, I took it for granted. This is a legitimate and to be looked up to respect, like the way you see a mainstream love story between a hero and heroine, and you take it for granted a man and woman is supposed to fall in love.
Yeah.
So here I said women also can be in love. So I
You
didn't.
normalize it in your mind,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. I didn't emphasize it. How can lesbians fall in love?
And also,
Which is, I think, is actually looking up to it and respecting it and treating it as a equal part of society. Yeah.
I was just going to ask that question leading to that. Apsara wants to say something.
yeah. I always see LGBTQ couples explaining themselves to the society. I think in this movie we are not explaining anything. We're just celebrating love and spreading love. I think, and
Nicely said.
that's what-
Nicely said.
That's what I
Nayana, you know, they say art imitates life. So in life, there are lesbians. And what you have done to Sir is art. So art is imitating life here. How did you see this?
इस टाइप प्रोजेक्ट लेस्बियन प्रोजेक्ट आई थिंक किसी का हिम्मत नहीं होगा एंड कोई डायरेक्टर थोड़ा सा ऑडियंस क्या बताएगा या मूवी बिकॉज हीरो
लोग
हीरोइन
क्या-
लव या
लोग क्या कहेंगे?
या
My Hindi is a little broken. You'll have to.
No
yeah,
problem.
please.
सो बट ऐसे सब्जेक्ट अलग अलग सब्जेक्ट ये RGB सर पॉसिबल
Yeah.
एंड हमसे काम निकलना आई मीन अप्सरा और मुझसे दो गर्ल्स से सो आई थिंक सर ही डन कर सकते हैं बिकॉज अगर ये हीरो हीरोइन होता देन ओके नॉर्मल लव स्टोरी बट अ टू गर्ल सो फुल रोमांस एंड अभी अगर हम लोग रोमांस नहीं करेंगे बिकॉज ऑफ स्टोरी डिमांड तभी आगे स्टोरी बढ़ेगी सो देन स्टोरी डिमांड के लिए हमें रोमांस दिखाना है और वो रोमांस का जो शूटिंग का जो टेक्निक स्टाइल या जो काम चाहिए वो सिर्फ आई थिंक RGB सर ही पॉसिबल
Absolutely. You know, which is why I said doing something bold is not new to him. Controversies is something that people want to avoid, but here is a legend who invites it. He's like, come, I'll take you face on.
Now, one aspect of one particular aspect in the question, like
Sure, sir.
art imitating life. Can you just elaborate on that? While you were asking something.
Sir, I believe, I mean, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
I mean, I'm too small to believe, but
Yeah,
I
no,
just
no,
do
no, no.
believe. sir. What I think is, sir, an artist draws inspiration from what he sees
Yeah.
and he adds on to it.
Yeah.
What he adds on to it could be his fantasy, his imagination part, but the basic...
If I understand it right, you're saying an actor will draw from his or her own experience to.
Not just an actor, sir. An artist. Director
Okay,
also,
fine,
sir.
fair enough.
Director
yeah.
also, sir.
Yeah.
Because I've seen you, sir, and I've read many of your interviews where you've said constantly that you'd like to observe people and observe
Yes,
their
yes,
behavior,
yes.
understand, study, which is what has brought you here, sir,
Yeah.
as one of the most successful.
Yeah.
directors.
So in the context of that, I would like to say, see, eventually it's all boils down to a feeling. So a feeling can really never be explained rationally. To tell you an example, I mean, the most beautiful woman in the world will look like meat to a lion, because a lion is not wired to feel a desire towards a beautiful woman. And the most beautiful lioness will look like danger to the man. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving an extreme example of how feeling. So if for a man to a man, for example, I don't have any, but I don't mind watching two women in love. But that is psychologically proven in studies also. But I think they love the visual form. I don't think it's so much about if a man is not doing anything and two women are in love, how does a man get some kind of a pleasure from it? I think it is more a visual aspect of it, you know. I loved but the reverse happens. I don't know, because I'm not a girl. I don't know how a woman will feel when she sees
man
two
and
men.
man.
Yeah, correct.
Sir, I want to say a lot about this, sir, but I'll hold back.
Yeah.
Sir, also, I mean,
Huh.
why this topic, Mr. RGB? I mean, I know you have a knack of doing things that nobody is doing. You're treading that path that not many people want to tread anyway, because it's filled with controversies, questions, judgments, and so on and so
Yeah.
forth. Thorns, basically. Why this topic?
One is, see, I always in my career, I took up something which people, I know it will be not popular, people will be opinionated about it, people will say all kinds of things. And I like to provoke people, I like to irritate people. I like to provoke an emotion which is not nice, because nice is boring. So if someone, anything is, आप कितने अच्छे हो is very boring. तू क्या रे, तू क्या? And so then that is also
The
creating an
Hyderabadi news
emotion.
just came out.
Yeah.
Kya re tu?
Yeah. So basically, I would like to attempt something which is no one has done before, because that will also create an excitement in me and provoke my creative juices or whatever you call, you know. So that is the context. And second is, it is a challenge for me as a director to see, like in lesbians, there's always a dominant person and a submissive person. So to create the character difference between Nayana and Apsara, and then to play out that scene of how you would normally do with a man and a woman is like a very unique experience. But I want to give all credit to them, because it's very easy for me to say it theoretically, but for them to perform for the first time. See, now that Dangerous has come out, if anybody does it, it becomes a norm, because already a film has been done like that.
Correct.
But for the first time, such young actresses to take that call and do it with conviction, I think that is their
They dare to do
greatness.
it, you're saying.
Yeah.
They dare to do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's been about 10, 12 minutes since we started the conversation, and not a word in Kannada. I'd just like to know how well conversant.
I think
with
we'll
both
try
your
to manage.
actresses.
We'll manage.
Yeah?
Yeah.
ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? I know a little bit.
ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ.
Yeah.
You asked me what I'm doing, I just told you that I'm talking to you.
So let's make a
No, I just want to know, sir, how much of Kannada are
No,
you
I mean, I can
familiar with?
understand. See, I might not be able to speak, but let's make a mix of Hindi, Kannada, and English.
All right.
Yeah,
I mean, I
yeah.
could try that.
Yeah.
Nana, any Kannada in you?
Yeah.
Kannada?
Kannada.
Tumba-
Tumba tension. Always.
Means she's very stressed.
Yeah.
Means,
I also know one more. ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀರಾ? That's how you.
Ellidira.
How are you?
where are you?
Okay.
Ellidira is where are you?
Okay, where
How are you is
Okay.
hengidira.
ಹೆಂಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
So, are you going to pay me for this Kannada tutorial that I'm giving you, or is this, sir, is this free, sir? Is this free? of
Yes,
charge?
since
You have to ask
are-
them.
Oh, okay.
Since
I'll
you
talk
have,
to them- I'll
since
talk
you
to
have
them
some
after
colors in life, so this is in
Oh,
return
this is,
you teach us.
quid pro quo.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, barter.
We are
deal.
even.
Barter. deal.
Yeah.
Sir, why do you always want to do something that nobody else is? I've asked you this question before, sir, 7 years back when I had this opportunity to interview you. Mr. Ram Gopal Varma is always thirsting for attention. Is that right, sir?
Yes.
Wonderful, sir.
Yeah.
And is that also why you do
Because
things?
see, if you don't want to get attention, then why should you speak, or why should you do something? It's meaningless. You can't be in a dark in your room and do something which nobody sees or nobody hears you. Yeah.
Sir, as a director, coming
Yeah.
back to this film now, the commercial viability, how much does that matter to you? Because after having seen the successes that you've
Yeah.
seen, sir, like a Satya, sir, like a D company, like a Sarkar, you worked with some of the biggest names.
Yeah.
And you,
See, the kind of commercial viability is of two kinds. One is there are certain films which will do very big because of their mass appeal and all kinds of audiences, family audience, children, whatever, all of them see. That is what the numbers are about. I make it in a cost, I make it a subject matter which excites me, and as long as it caters to them, that is my primary thing. It has to work for itself. In which some things will have great, some will only have, for example, you take only Dangerous. Dangerous will be, I am prepared that it will have a negative connotation. Some people, I don't expect families to come and see it.
absolutely.
For example,
which is
yeah,
why, which is
yeah.
why I was just getting to
Huh.
that. The larger
In fact,
audience, this is not for the larger
in
audience.
fact, agar family audience आया तो I will be scared. I'll think there's something wrong with the film. You know? Yeah.
Okay.
So when lot of filmmakers don't want A certificate because it will obviously restrict some age below thing. I was so happy when it got here. I know it will get here because
The subject is such.
the subject is such. So I think, but knowing that it will have limited thing in terms of who will come to the theaters, who will saw on OTT. But for me, the excitement is to the people who like to watch this to satisfy them 100% instead of diluting it and satisfying nobody. Yeah.
Trying to cater to a larger audience
Yeah.
and not making
Yeah,
anyone feel
not
good
making
about
anyone
it.
feel good,
Rather
yeah.
you
I'd
target a
rather
population.
target, yeah,
Well
correct.
said, sir.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
And as actors yourselves, I'm sure you're looking at commercial success, you want the box office to be ringing, and you want this to lead into many other roles and projects. But Nayana, a subject like this, which is towards a targeted population, a sensitive subject. It's surrounded by controversy and questions, and then you don't really know where this is going to take you. Is that how you're thinking, or how hopeful are you about the outcome of this?
I feel कि my choice. मेरे पास lots of offer आते हैं, but I'm always try different character. Something this, something this, because I'm actor. So मेरे लिए always challenge कि not a same character, वही open hair, coffee, not romantic. Always challenging character. हाँ, वही romance करो और hero fight कर रहा है, मुझे ये पसंद नहीं है. I don't like. But I'm always try कि different character. मैंने सर के साथ काम किया है, दिस कैरेक्टर, वो कैरेक्टर, ये भी एक कैरेक्टर है. सो ये बहुत ही चैलेंजिंग कैरेक्टर है. सो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि एज अ एक्टर कि मुझे ये परफॉर्म मैंने इसलिए मतलब मुझे पसंद आया बिकॉज ऑफ डिफरेंट बॉडी लैंग्वेज, यू नो बैठने का स्टाइल, यू नो एक गर्ल्स के साथ रोमांस. सो आई फील कि एक बॉयज़ कैसे होता है, हीरो कैसा होता है. सो न्यू एक्सपीरियंस कि हीरो कैसा, बिकॉज मैं ऑलवेज हीरोइन कैरेक्टर करती हूँ, बट यू नो अलग कैरेक्टर. सो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि मुझे ऑडियंस का क्योंकि अभी वेब सीरीज़ आ चुका है, सो लोगों का थिंकिंग फुल चेंज हो चुका है. यू नो फर्स्ट टाइम ऐसा होता था कि फाइटिंग, हीरोइन 2 सॉन्ग रोमांस कर रहा है, बस दी एंड. बट अभी वेब सीरीज़ आने के बाद यू नो ऑडियंस वेरी स्मार्ट, उनको यू नो अलग अलग कैरेक्टर चाहिए होता है. मैंने जितने सारे प्रोजेक्ट, अलग अलग कहानी मतलब कुछ डिफरेंट, मतलब सेम नहीं चाहिए उनको. सो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि डेंजरस भी एक अलग कहानी है. एंड ये मैंने देखा कि मेरे जितने सारे प्रोजेक्ट रिलीज होते हैं, बट ऑलवेज ऑडियंस पूछते हैं कि डेंजरस कब रिलीज है, डेंजरस कब रिलीज है. मैंने कहा यार डेंजरस रिलीज है, बट और भी कैरेक्टर, बट उनको डेंजरस सब्जेक्ट में इंटरेस्ट है बिकॉज ऑफ 2 गर्ल्स. समटाइम ऐसा होता है कि लोग ओपिनियन देता है, कोई छुप के देखता है. सो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि
See, to add to that, I'll tell you. See, when I'm talking to an actor, see, like, you know, there is one type of generally accepted cinema. All actors and actresses want to fit in that, not realizing that they're just becoming one of the many. You know, so I tell an actor, if you don't step out of the crowd won't notice you.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So basically, if you are going to take it as a challenge of someone, no one else has done it. For example, in the 90s, this film Basic Instinct came of Sharon Stone. You know, every actress rejected that role, and Sharon Stone took it up, and she became an international star only because no one has ever seen anything like that.
True.
You know, so I think it's the most important thing. आप कुछ अलग नहीं किया तो लोग आपको अलग नहीं मानेंगे. Simple logic for me.
Okay, what were the challenges, Apsara? Because you know, it's not easy, first of all, for a man and a woman to kiss on the sets with some 100 people watching.
Yes.
That in itself is discomforting. Or maybe up to 2 good-looking women, you know.
I think as much as uncomfortable I would be with a guy, if that's what you want to say, I think it's the same for me, because an actor's job is to make it look I'm in love, but 10 movies I'll be in love with different co-actors.
True.
I think that's a part of my job. I never looked at it in a way that maybe it will make me awkward, because if I think like that, maybe the awkwardness will actually come. So I was never awkward about it, and I wanted to live in the character that I've got, and I truly believe, and I wanted to celebrate 2 women's love. So I was excited. Honestly, I was happy about the romance also, because why do we see it as a taboo? No, it's not. It's beautiful, and any 2 people in love with each other is very beautiful. So I never felt awkward. I was very convinced. From the time sir told me the story, the only question was, sir, am I doing the film? I didn't know such a big director actually given me a film.
I honestly was surprised, because see, the point is, Apsara also is just starting.
Yes.
Okay? It's not like she's been there and done that for 10 years or whatever. So a new actor will be even more concerned about doing something where suddenly the spotlight will come. Hey, ye kya kare? How can you do that? So they will be, nobody wants to be on the spotlight of being questioned for something she's done. So to have that strength of mind or whatever understanding. I really appreciate that.
And there will be different opinions. If I would romance with a guy, I think even then people will have their negative opinions and positive. Even when I'm romancing the girl. So I think लोग तो कुछ बोलेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना. मेरा काम है acting करना. वो मैंने किया, and I hope I'm convinced with what I've done. So as long as I'm convinced, then I think the audience also should be convinced.
Okay, what do you think? Both the actors I'm asking, I'll ask the director later.
Okay.
What should the audience expect apart from two glamorous women kissing each other? What else can the audience expect?
See, there is an intense build-up of. It's not a romance straight away. It's a build of, building of feelings which people should relate. So, for example, when a hero finally gets the heroine and the love is successful, the people cry in theaters. So here, I really want the audience to connect with us emotionally, which they will. I'm sure. So this is an emotional story. It's not only about the romance. It's a crime, and then also about difficulties that women face in the society. It's a lot of things,
Well
it's
said.
just maybe romance is highlighted because that's more glamorous. But when somebody goes and watches, there are so many aspects in the film that it's also set against the crime action. So there'll be a lot of things. Like, I think people will be thrilled. They'll forget to eat their popcorns.
Okay. Nayana, what did you take away from this movie? आपने कुछ सीखा, कुछ पाया इस मूवी से, उस कैरेक्टर जो आपने निभाया? What did you take away?
फर्स्ट जब मैंने स्टोरी सर ने मुझे बताया, सो मेरे लिए बहुत टफ जॉब था. एंड मैंने सर को बहुत डिस्टर्ब परेशान किया, सर प्लीज़. सो मुझे थोड़ा रिसर्च करना पड़ा. सो मैंने देखा कि जितने सारे गुड एक्टर हैं, सबने ऑलरेडी 2 बॉयज़ रोमांस, 2 गर्ल्स, राधिका आप्टे सर, आयुष्मान, सबने किया है. सो ऑडियंस उनको पसंद किया है, लाइक किया है. सो मैंने एज अ एक्टर सोचा कि मैंने बहुत सोचा, मेरे फैमिली से मैंने डिस्कस किया कि तो मेरी सिस्टर ने क्या बोला कि अगर तू हीरो को किस कर सकते तो हीरोइन क्यों नहीं, वो तो गर्ल है. सो एज अ एक्टर तुम हीरो की जगह ओनली हीरोइन को किस कर रहे हो, रोमांस कर रहे हो. सो और तुम ऑफ कैमरा तो आई मीन यू आर परफेक्ट, बट ऑन कैमरा एज अ एक्टर तुम उसको एक कैरेक्टर के हिसाब से लो. सो देन मैंने एक फील किया कि जो लेस्बियन होते रियल में, उनके जो रोमांस होते हैं वो अलग फीलिंग्स होते हैं, पर एक लड़का इन बॉय गर्ल का रोमांस अलग होता है. सो जब मैंने अप्सरा के साथ मैं परफॉर्म कर रही थी तो स्टार्टिंग में मुझे ऐसा लगा, बट जब मैं इन्वॉल्व हो गई तो मैं भी फील कर रही थी कि एक लेस्बियन कैसे होते हैं. आई मीन उसको सपोर्ट.
सर ने कट बोला और आपका किसिंग चालू.
एक बार क्या हुआ, कैमरा
She just said it. So she said, I got so involved in the character. I was there. I was a time when there was a kissing.
Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah.
Cut.
I'll
and they
tell
didn't
you what
start
happened.
kissing.
I'll tell you what happened. Camera on ही नहीं हुआ है. हम दोनों बैठे हैं, and then
Yes.
yeah, because I think some other directors were also on set. Somebody and the camera is not started, and we are kissing, and we're like बीच में kiss रोक, तो हम stop करना है. अरे camera is not even started. Like, okay.
अब लोग
That was
Yeah.
fun.
इन्फॉल्व.
Okay.
नहीं, सर को क्या लगता था कि जितना इन्वॉल्व हो जाएगा देन शॉर्ट देने में थी उतना ज़्यादा. और मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि मैंने जितना रोमांस किया है कोई हीरो या बॉय नहीं कर सकता है. मैंने उनका रोमांस दिखा दिया ऑन
So you see, I tell you,
या स्टार्टिंग.
I tell you, so the point is, a lot of people ask me this question who saw Dangerous trailer.
Yes, sir.
Are they really lesbians in real life?
Sir, you are stealing my question, sir. This
Okay.
is not right. Sir, I was going to ask this, sir. You
Yeah.
already brought it up. Yes.
But
sir.
anyway, so
Yeah.
see, the point is, if you're asking me that question, I will say I don't know. Point 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Point 2 is I don't know what Apsara will say or she will say.
Let's
That
find
I
out,
don't know.
sir.
Yeah, you
Let's
can.
find
Yeah,
out,
I will
in
leave
the
that
next 2
question.
minutes.
I will leave that
Yeah.
question to you.
Yes,
So I will not
thank
ask
you,
that.
sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So from where I am coming from, assuming it's not true or whatever. See, to do it with conviction, anything people will respect. People will always respect an actor who did to justice to it, and not for the role what they've done. They will have problem if you don't do it well. See, if let's say if Nayana, whether even if she doesn't have the lesbian tendency, she kisses with so much of passion, and people are connecting to that emotion. In the eyes, the intensity she sees when she says, "There's no one ever loved any woman more than Nayana loved Apsara." ऐसा लगता है when you see that. Okay, so that is what is called conviction.
Maybe the conviction is coming from Reality, sir?
That you have to ask them.
Apsara, I mean, I'll ask you both, but Apsara goes first.
Okay.
Apsara, let me just rephrase this question like this. Do you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, Apsara?
So I'm single, and
Okay.
I think I can still explore if I want a girlfriend or I want a boyfriend.
Wow.
I
Why
think
are
I'm
you
I
confusing
love
sapiosexual.
people
the,
like us,
I love the
Apsara?
answer.
I think I'm
love-
sapiosexual. I'm.
What is this new word, sir? I've never heard this.
Yeah.
I think
Sir, have you heard it, sir?
it's you are attracted to somebody by their personality, by their their nature, or
Okay.
That's-
or,
that's-
or
So,
they,
and
by their
I mean-
intelligence. I think that's the
Yeah.
That's
See,
nicely said,
I
Apsara.
think, recently, first let Naina answer, then I will
Yeah.
tell her something.
नैना, क्या आपके जीवन में
Yes.
बॉयफ्रेंड है या गर्लफ्रेंड है?
मेरे लाइफ में बॉयफ्रेंड भी नहीं है, गर्लफ्रेंड तो है ही नहीं, बट अगर मैं कभी इन फ्यूचर रोमांस करूँगी तो बॉय
बॉय होगा.
बॉय
अच्छा, मैं आपकी तरफ से एक सवाल पूछूंगा नैना
Was
से.
this your personal
So,
question or a part of the
yeah.
interview?
So
Sir,
Naina,
namaste.
मेरा क्वेश्चन है,
यस सर
you get a man, okay, and there is a girl, and that man, the girl is very very good as a person, उसका personality, उसका intelligence है, उसका everything is better than the man.
हाँ
So who will you choose then?
I'll choose the girl.
I am asking her.
सर
We know you.
आई
अरे
एम नॉट लेजी आंसर
अरे लेकिन मेरा क्वेश्चन डिफरेंट है उधर. अरे मेरा
It's just a
क्वेश्चन
choice
है,
between a man and a
नहीं
woman.
नहीं
The
मैं
woman seems
नहीं
to be-
मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ कि
Yeah.
पूरा दुनिया में 7 बिलियन लोग, सब लोग मर गए कुछ एक आके, सिर्फ 2 ही लोग जिंदा है
आपको
तुम्हारे
छोड़
लिए.
के.
या
Hypothetical.
एक मेल एक फीमेल है. वो मेल इतना बोरिंग आदमी है, यू नो, और फीमेल इतना इंटेलिजेंट है, खूबसूरत है, वो सब है. तो अभी भगवान आके बोलेगा इन दोनों में से एक को चुन लो.
टाइम स्पेंड करना है तो गर्ल
टाइम स्पेंड करना है तो वो
Yeah.
क्या है, क्या
वो
टाइम
क्या होता है?
क्या
टाइम स्पेंड आई मीन
अच्छा, now the fact, I think we got the answer.
one sec, sir,
No,
what is
no, I don't
Sir,
know.
Time spent करना, what does this mean? Play video
Yeah,
games,
yeah.
FIFA?
Yeah.
What is it? अरे,
I think answer मिल गया sir.
हाँ, sir, मिल
Yeah,
गया.
okay, okay.
I think-
One point.
yes.
Now there is a very recent study which came out as late as maybe as 2021 in the US. So there is 99% of the women are bisexual. They might not have done it, but they have a tendency, they don't mind it, which means they're having best of both worlds. Yeah, they have a choice of best from the both worlds.
Basically, we
So-
men have a boring life. So
Yeah,
that's
of
what you're
course.
saying.
Yeah.
Glad
Yeah.
to know that again, sir.
Yes.
I mean, I already knew it,
Yeah.
but thanks for saying it.
मैं बीच में एक चीज़ बोलूँगी
हाँ.
सर. ये रिलीज होने के बाद इंस्टाग्राम में बहुत सारे गर्ल मुझे एसएमएस किया है.
Yeah, me also.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Also, yes.
Yeah.
या
Oh, yes.
बहुत सारे गर्ल, लेस्बियन गर्ल, उनके बॉयफ्रेंड भी है बट उनको फील आता है गर्ल,
हाँ.
सो उनको वन टाइम किस
You're right.
करना है.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, but see, I'll tell you, I'll make a confession. Now, when I'm making a film celebrating two women's love, I don't think I can ever do that with two men. I will never make a film with two men as lovers because I have a feeling of resistance towards that.
Okay.
To see. I mean, I know I'm being very biased here or by this thing, you know.
It's just that as a
But-
director, you don't. You
No,
don't want
as
to
a
do
person.
that.
No, as a
Understood,
person, like I
understandable.
can't. You know, say for example, only once in my college days I had that experience of someone put a hand on me, one of my friends, and at that time I didn't even know that such a thing exists, but I got revolted at the very thought. I just kind of violently reacted. You know.
But it's good for those people who are.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course.
Men loving men
no,
is
no,
their
no,
choice.
I mean,
sir.
see, anybody loving anyone is their choice.
Yeah,
I am not
yeah.
saying no to that. But the
But-
point is, when you have a resistance like
Right,
that,
right.
see, the two things. You are respecting another person, but you don't want to be there. Here in this case, I mean, after what Nayana said now, it is not any more valid, I think, you know, but lekin, jis tarah se Nayana was actually, making out with Apsara, that kind of intensity and passion, I don't think I ever seen in my life between a man and a woman. I'm not talking about women.
So there's some serious passion there. sir.
Yes. So now whether that is the truth which is coming out, whether it is she's a great actress,
Well said,
that
sir.
I don't know.
This Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you have to find out.
I think so the inner truth finds its way out, sir. You've given that an opportunity
Yeah.
to feel that.
But
I can't be sure.
also this is the first time it came nearest to what I from Nayana. Time pass के लिए girlfriend चाहिए. Time spend करने के लिए,
Time
pass
spend
के.
करने के लिए.
हाँ, so there is an answer
because of
hidden.
two people, na, man and woman. So sexy woman, then sexy woman. Time spent.
No, he didn't say sexy. He just said intelligent and the
Yes,
rest of it.
time
Man is
spent.
boring, woman is active, and woman is intelligent. That's what he said. But anyway, you made your choice. We are okay with it. I mean, you already
Yes.
made a movie. What would you like to tell the audience before I take a break? Why and how should people come and watch your movie? What is it that you're trying to do through this movie? My question to both the actors.
What I'm trying to do through this movie is I definitely support LGBTQ, and if I, as an actor, as a responsible citizen of this country, if I've got an opportunity to do a film like this, I would definitely grab the opportunity, which I did, and I'm proud of myself for doing it, because it's also been my dream to become an actor, and getting a movie like this, which has never happened before, a lot of things, visuals, which has never happened before. So I'm definitely very proud of myself for doing a cinema, being a part of a cinema like this. Yes. So I think the audience should also look at it as a love story. Anybody who would like a love story genres,
Got it.
so they would definitely love it. And I think we are here representing crores, lakhs, I don't know the numbers, of lesbian couples who are out there explaining their lives, or maybe struggling with a guy, unhappy. So that way I feel really responsible for, and people say it's bold, and it's not bold, it's real. Any two people in love will have romance, so I think it's real. I would never call it bold. So yeah, it's real, and I think we've done a great job. So please come and watch and be entertained, absolutely entertained.
Right, Nayana, go for it.
As a subject, dangerous, lesbian character, मैंने पास्ट पे मैंने ऐसे स्टोरी बहुत सुना था. एक गर्ल ने दूसरे गर्ल को पसंद किया, देन सुइसाइड, तो इतना ज़्यादा नोटिस नहीं किया था. बट ये फिल्म करने के बाद मेरे लाइफ में बहुत सारे एक्सपीरियंस, SMS हो या गर्ल रोमांस, उनके फीलिंग्स अलग होते हैं. शायद वो फिल्म से हम लोग ने दिखाया है, बट इसके बिफोर आई थिंक लोग बात भी नहीं करते. आई मीन गे हो या लेस्बियन हो या होमो कैरेक्टर, कोई डिस्कस नहीं करता है. ऑलवेज हीरो हीरोइन. बट ऐसे सब्जेक्ट इस टाइम पे आना, और मुझे सबसे हैप्पी ये लगता है कि ऑडियंस सपोर्ट कर रहा है, कि उनको ऐसे सब्जेक्ट देखना है. पहले होता था इश नो गर्ल रोमांस, बट ऑल बॉयज नहीं. पहले जब
लिविंग रूम में 4-5 लोग हैं तो बोलते हैं, अकेले में 2 लड़के नहीं बोलते. बस it's about a group. Yeah.
So,
But if it's not living room also, all of them are in bedroom also, it's okay. Yeah.
Hypocrisy की भी सीमा होती है.
Yes.
I heard a very popular person say this, sir.
Yeah.
so 2022 में ऐसे सब्जेक्ट आना, एंड ऑडियंस वेट कर रहा है. एज अ बॉयज हो, गर्ल्स ज़्यादा पसंद कर रहा है. सो मुझे आई एम सो हैप्पी. डेंजरस. Both. Actually, both.
Because she said she's getting messages, sir. So
Yeah,
girls
yeah.
बहुत पसंद कर रहे हैं. I got confused. Who? Nayana or Khatra? Yeah, please.
Dangerous and I think Nayana romance. Yeah. So मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि इस प्रोजेक्ट से 2 गर्ल का रोमांस एंड स्टोरी, ऑफ कोर्स ऐसा नहीं कि सिर्फ रोमांस भी है, स्टोरी डिमांड है, इसके लिए रोमांस है. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि इस प्रोजेक्ट रिलीज़ होने के बाद लोगों का माइंड थोड़ा फ्री, ओपन माइंड होगा, एंड लोग रेस्पेक्ट करेंगे, लेस्बियन हो, होमो हो, गे हो, एंड थोड़ा सा फ्री माइंड. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि थोड़ा सा हमें ऐसे सब्जेक्ट करना चाहिए, बिकॉज थोड़ा सा हम लोग बोर होते जा रहे हैं. हीरो हीरोइन टिपिकल. पर थोड़ा सा हट के अलग से सब्जेक्ट बनेगा तो देन लोगों का माइंड थोड़ा चेंज होगा. सो बिकॉज हॉलीवुड में ऐसे सब्जेक्ट बहुत सारे होते हैं, बट लोग वाओ यार क्या परफॉर्मेंस है. बट जब भी ये इंडिया में कुछ तेलुगु हो, बॉलीवुड, ऐसे सब्जेक्ट है, तो ओके मतलब वैसे पैशन के साथ नहीं देखते, बट अभी के टाइम पे जो ऑडियंस वेब सीरीज देखते देखते इतना स्मार्ट बन गया है कि उनको ऐसे सब्जेक्ट भी पसंद है।
नैना जी, मैं आपसे बोलना चाहूंगा मेरी टूटी हिंदी में कि ये फिल्म सिर्फ हटके नहीं है, जो देखेगा उसको झटके लगेंगे। That's what I get a feeling about this movie. Thank you both. I just want to very quickly ask you the things that you love about Bengaluru, things that you know about Karnataka. Anything?
I've lived in Karnataka for most of my life. I'm a Karnataka girl. I started my
And
school
you said you don't speak Kannada?
because I was
want
in
to call the police right
I
now.
was in
Yes.
central
Want to
school.
call the police right now? Kannada police.
So my dad was in Air Force and I studied in central school wherein we had only 2 subjects and Sanskrit as the third. So I could never study, which is why. And people and the school kids and my college I did in Belgaum. So people there, nobody talks in Kannada. Everybody talks
that's
in
not
English
true.
and Hindi.
Oh well, you went to a hi-fi school.
No. An engineering college.
Everybody speaks Kannada in
Yeah.
Karnataka. Yeah, okay.
But you know, in college and
Understood.
school,
You never had the circles.
yeah.
basically.
But I've lived entirely in.
That's so nice. So what do you like about this place?
I love the food. The breakfast here is amazing. The tate idli, the big one, and
Yeah.
super soft and yummy. Yeah, so I think I'll have that here since I'm here.
Latte idli?
Yeah.
Here? I doubt you'll get it, but I'm sure they can get you that from outside.
Yeah, from
Naina, what do you
outside,
like
not
about
from
this
here.
place? Okay. What do you like about this place, Naina?
मैं फर्स्ट एक बात बोलूँगी, हम बंगाली, ओके, सो मैं ऑल तेलुगु, तमिल, कन्नड़ा लैंग्वेज में प्रोजेक्ट कर रही हूँ। सो मेरा ऑलरेडी एक प्रोजेक्ट कन्नड़ा फिल्म चल रहा है। सो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि तेलुगु भी मेरे लिए सेम है, तमिल, कन्नड़ा सेम लैंग्वेज।
All she can understand. The point, common thing is she can't
She can't understand any of it,
Anyway.
so they're saying,
नो,
okay.
बट डायलॉग
Yeah.
करने के टाइम पे ऑफ कोर्स
You
मुझे
learn a
लर्न
little
करना
bit of
पड़ता है,
the
बट ऑफ कोर्स जब बात करते थे डायलॉग पढ़ते पढ़ते दिस टाइम मुझे याद रहता है।
Just for your information, Kannada and Telugu are similar. You know, very similar in script and in speech. They're very similar.
ओके,
Yeah, many of the words mean the same, sound the
Yeah.
same, are the same, things like that. This is just bhasha gyan.
You didn't ask me one question,
Sir,
you know.
Sir, I'll continue my chat with you, sir, but
Okay,
you
okay.
tell me, sir. But
Yeah.
you tell me, what did I ask
No, you
you?
didn't ask one question because related to what Apsara said.
Yes,
No, Apsara said she did it because she supports LGBT
Yeah.
community,
Yeah.
you know, and Nayana said something like people are watching different kind of
Understood.
films.
Content. Different.
If you ask me, I don't support anyone. You know, I am a selfish guy. I want to see something what I like to see. Okay. So in the context of that, I did it because when you're making it like an art film or a very dark, tragic kind of a thing, like Apsara said, interesting thing. You see, like what is exaggerated commercial cinema is to celebrate love of a man and woman shooting in exotic locations and
Right.
songs and beautiful looking and everything, you know. So that what they do with the men and women, I just wanted to do it with women,
Two women.
because I love to see a beautiful woman, and then I get to see 2 beautiful women together at
Why
the
not?
same time. So it is called double impact.
Sir, but your
So that is the
selfishness-
reason. Yeah.
Sir, your selfishness is helping a huge number of men, sir.
Yeah.
I don't think you're aware of this, sir. I'd like to tell you on their behalf.
And as per the messages they are getting, even women also.
Women also seem
Yeah.
to be liking it, sir. So I think it's your selfishness is good for India, sir.
Yeah.
It's good for cinema lovers. It's good for
Yes.
people, sir.
Good for honest people.
Yeah, it's good for honest people.
Honest, functioning people.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'd like to continue my chat with Mr. RGV. Thank you both, Nayana and Apsara, for giving me your time.
Thank
Welcome to Bengaluru once again, and I wish you the best for your cinema. The bold step that you've taken, the subject that you've touched, I really hope it inspires the society to accept, normalize, love the way it is found and seen, even if it is between 2 women. Thank you both for your time.
Thank you.
Before I let you go, there are some cameras here. You think you can kiss for the camera? Just kidding.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah.
both of you.
Okay.